take copious notes. And if you can, turn your cameras on so we can see who are engaging with. So tonight's itinerary is going to be about an hour long. We're going to start with a very brief overview of the presentation, business presentation. Afterwards, we're going to get into the training portion where we are going to share the compensation plan and how you make money. Also show you the proper way to get customers and also the proper way to share the opportunity. The final speaker will go over the proper mindset and events. So please stay to the entire time because you will be able to game plan, ask questions, and go into the breakout rooms. So my part is done. I'm going to bring up the next gentleman who's going to present the business. He is in McAllen, Texas. He's a realtor. He is climbing up the corporate ladder, not the corporate ladder, but he's climbing up the ladder in this business. I give it up for Mr. Regional Director David Olivetes.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everybody is having a wonderful, wonderful week. I know some of you guys are in the cooler weather, so I'm sure you guys are bundling. But I want to give my gratitude to the lady who you just heard from at the very beginning of this presentation. She is really running. So thank you for that great introduction. Thank you for your leadership, and we're excited to where you're going to. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give you a really quick overview of the business because at the end of the day, that's the core of what we do. You need to understand the basics, right? So my name is David Olivares, doing real estate for a number of years. Almost 22 years, and I took a look at this a few years ago. I fell in love with it, made absolutely perfect sense, and now I get to do real estate part-time and have more of my time back and enjoy my time with you guys too and build this beautiful business. All right, so what do? We are a global company that offers services that everybody uses all over the world, right? Services that no matter where you are, you're going to have to get. And our business model is very unique because we're doing business online. We're going from the brick and mortar to the click and order because technology and the way we do business is changing. Look at some of these examples. Blockbuster is in the past. Now Netflix, right? Hotel industry, they're still there, but Airbnb has taken a lot of their business. Taxis has transitioned. They're still around, but now Uber, Lyft, all those have been taking a lot of the business. And of course, Toys R Us, we just got out of the holiday season. I'm sure most of us probably did a lot of shopping online that we might have probably 10, 15 years ago, right? And ladies and gentlemen, healthcare is no exception because technology, as we know, is changing, right? And we have a unique product called Impact Health Sharing. So I'm going to show you a really quick video. It's about 2 minutes, and I'll come right back with you guys, all right? Don't disappear, all right?
Hi, I'm Phil Chrysler, President and CEO of Impact Health Sharing. Healthcare sharing began in churches. You were asked to contribute to help Bob and Sue with their ailment. People passed the hat and you contributed what you could to help your fellow member in need. Then, fast forward, you saw great things occurring in the Amish and Mennonite communities doing exactly the same thing. Then it got a little more formalized in the 80s with some religious-based organizations, and then the Affordable Care Act came along. That's really what propelled healthcare sharing to its modern-day growth. You remember the individual mandate penalized you with a tax if you didn't have health insurance. But if you were a member of certain healthcare sharing organizations, you didn't have to pay that. Now we know the individual mandate has, of course, been reduced to zero. But in the meantime, healthcare sharing grew over 1,000% in the last decade alone. Why? Because it's an alternative to the high cost of insurance. Typically, you'll pay 30 to 50% less. Some reasons why? We're not for profit. So we have no profit motives that typically cause conflict between members, providers, shareholders, and the executive team. None of that exists with healthcare sharing and certainly with Impact. You can stop overpaying, my friends. Here's an important statistic to understand why. Department of Health and Human Services says about 5% of the population account for nearly half of the healthcare spending that occurs in this country. Majority are healthy. They're overpaying, though, for the non-healthy. Insurance has become really no longer affordable. 80% of U.S. adults rate lowering their healthcare costs as their top concern. So why Impact? Well, we're rooted in the Love Thy Neighbor approach, which allows us to welcome all races, all religions, all colors, all creeds. We were the very first healthcare sharing entity to launch this patented technology platform that really provides 100% transparency. This had never been done before in healthcare sharing, certainly not in health insurance. We have member-owned accounts. That way the money stays in your account. We have no network. You get to see any doctor you want. Again, providing full transparency on how all the money moves is something we're really, really proud of. And of course, you have no open enrollment restrictions. Membership begins the first of every month. You just got to finish that application by the last day of the previous month. We also have great pricing and programs for individuals, for families, for seniors, and for groups. And remember, friends, it's a comprehensive program for your health. So we have preventative services, maternity, accident, illness, and of course, injuries. You have access to telemedicine and an industry-leading prescription drug pricing program.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the services that has become our flagship. It's a works better, feels better healthcare than a lot of things out there. And here are some highlights of traditional health insurance to Impact. So if you look on the left side, traditional health insurance, you're usually going to have higher premiums for those who have to pay private pay. Not everybody qualifies for tax subsidies, right? Or they want to go that route for certain reasons. With Impact, it's up to 70% less, and it is comprehensive, illness, maternity, preventative. It's comprehensive. And the deductibles with us, they are combined. With traditional, many times you have individuals. With us, it's as low as $2,500. And with us, you have no network that you can go to any doctor that you want, unlike traditional, where you have to have either be in a network and your doctor's not in there. Then, of course, you might have to switch health insurance. With us, you can go anywhere you want. And we've got wholesale prescriptions pricings, great co-shares and provider fees, 24/7 telemedicine. Imagine having a doctor available to you anytime that you want to pick up that phone or jump online. He said, yes, you can do video calls with them too. And on top of that, we also can offer healthcare to people who do not have a social, as long as they have an ETIN number and they are able to be from Mexico, Guatemala, Canada, or the United States. And we can also cover mental health. Now, get this. The company, ladies and gentlemen, that allows us to do what we do is a company by the name of American Communications Network, ACN for short. We're a customer acquisition company. What that means is we acquire customers. We started over 30 years ago. We're celebrating 31 years in business. So this is not a startup. In 27 countries and growing, billions in sales. We've acquired lots of customers. We're the world's largest in direct sale of telecom, energy, and other essential services. That's a corporate office. We hold an A+ with a Better Business Bureau. We have a lot of awards that we've won. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a meat and potatoes what we offer here in the United States. Take a picture of this. You always want to have this handy, because the last thing you want to do is, hey, what do you offer? If you're a business partner, oh, I don't know. Let me look at my website. You want to know instantly off the top of your head. You're a pro. Essential services for business and residential. Everything you see up there, we offer. During our customer training, we're going to go more into a deeper dive into these. So I'm not going to really go too much of it because it's just an overview. Now, moving on, next is of our free electricity program. And now you get 12 energy or gas accounts. You get the average of the highest paying energy gas accounts in a direct deposit every single month. You can do whatever you want with the money, right? We are a charitable organization. So when somebody becomes a customer, we provide meals for kids across America. And on certain services like your cell phone bill, you pay another bill, another meal is provided. It is wonderful. Our model is direct to consumer. That's keep it super simple. We cut out the middleman. It gives more choices for the consumer, better value for the consumer. You saw the different internet providers we offer. You get it. And it offers you, the everyday person, an income generating opportunity. Because isn't it our turn that we get our fair share? Why let all these big companies take the money from us? So it's our turn to get some of that money back into our families and our communities. Moving on, next is, this is how you make the money. I love this. Take a picture of this, ladies and gentlemen, right? I never get tired of this. Bonuses and residuals. Think of it this way. Bonuses are on your front end, residuals are on your back end, right? You see on the left side, a service is a bill. Now, who has more than one service at their house? More than two, more than three? You get the idea, right? This is calculated on a monthly basis. 5 services is going to give you 200 bucks. Any additional 3 services in that month is going to give you another 200. Example, 8 services, 400, 11 services, 600. You get the idea. There's no limit. Moving on, next, your customers, you sign them up. You might have forgotten about them, maybe, right? But you know what? They're still paying a bill, right? Uh, as long as they pay a bill, you get up to 20%. We're going to have a compensation training on that by one of my other brothers in the real estate industry, all the way from Houston. But he's going to go a deeper dive into the compensation. Now, for those who want to help people, I don't know about you, but does anybody like to help people, right? I think a lot of us probably are, who are on here, we obviously do. When you share this, is sharing is caring. This with somebody, because as a reward to you, you get a 4% override on on their production. They get their own bonuses, they get their own up to 20%, but you get a 4% override. At the bottom part, you see position. These are automatic promotion system. The more you put the effort you put into your business, obviously the better you're going to get paid. Not going to go too much into these, but you can see there's some really attractive bonuses. These are, I like to call them car allowance bonuses, right? Anyway, I'm saving for a new car. I got my first car through my residuals and bonuses. I'm ready for my next one. But anyway, now this last part of the business, you're a 1099. To the startup cost is $299, 25 bucks a month to run it. This is a dream come true, a business owner fantasy land. At the end of the day, you get a website, you direct people to your website. We help you. Eventually, you're going to assist them in signing them up, and you get paid. You get a back office, you get tracking. I mean, it's a business in a box. Now, next. Now, remember, you're in business for yourself. You never by yourself. That's why I'm not here talking to myself. We're working as a team, and we're going to go into the training part. So do not, go away, right? Because the next segment we're going to go with is all the way to the Houston area. We've got top producing regional director Marshall Stewart. He's a brother in the industry. So Nikki, please share us your experience in how to be able to grab some of these customers and get paid on them. It's all yours, sir.
Wow, phenomenal presentation, Mr. Olivares. Round of applause, everyone. Let's give it back to that gentleman. I'm just always so grateful to hear from him because he keeps things simple, but that's really how he was able to master the customer acquisition and team building process of this business. So thank you for all that you do, sir. And it's good to see so many of y'all's bright faces shining through your cameras tonight. Good to see you, Twan and Carrie. Hi, Christina. Hi, Joy, Rena. What's up, Prince? Good to see you. Man, it's just an honor. My name is Marshall, as David mentioned, and I'm here in the Houston marketplace. I am a brother in the real estate industry. I'm very thankful for a lot of success that we've seen, and husband, father, man of faith, all these things. But I'm very blessed to call this business life-changing, and that's from personal experience because back when I first saw this business years ago, I was at a point where I was tired of layoffs. I was tired of the economy disrupting my own income, and I had nothing to do with some of it, right? So I knew that I needed a plan B. Anybody else? Can y'all relate? Plan B maybe might be something that'd be helpful. So that was me. And I just saw this business got started right away, but I only had a few hours a week to devote. So thankfully, my mentors helped me follow what's a simple system that we're laying out for you tonight. And then I started to learn how I could capitalize on the very simple principles of earning income through this business. And over time, years and years of putting in some work, part-time, spare time, it turned into a season that changed everything for me, that has given me some freedom and flexibility that I thank the Lord for. And it was because of understanding this topic. So you're going to want to take pictures and screenshots here, and learn this compensation plan. And always remember, anything that I mention here tonight is only paid out when customers are acquired. Okay, so we only get paid whenever there's actually business being done, customers signing up for services. And the first thing you're going to want to do, for those of you that are getting started or even restarted, is put yourself in a position to get paid right away. That starts with getting 5 services and at least 10 points. What will happen is you'll become customer qualified and you will earn your first bonus of $200 right away. That unlocks the faucet. And that's what happened for me. It unlocked the faucet of income as soon as I was able to knock that promotion out and help me start growing and learning more and more along the way. And so you're going to earn money in 2 ways in this business. We have the mailbox money, the recurring income, that making money while you sleep kind of income, residual income. And we're going to talk about that first. And then we're going to jump into the bonuses right after. So let's start with the mailbox money. So let's start with the reason why all of us are excited to get paid like actors and musicians and other people, because residual income is something I always thought was reserved for the wealthy. But when I saw the buffet of services that we offer here, you're going to see all of them have a point value attached to it. So take a picture, take a screenshot of it, and we're going to focus on the most simple and lucrative ones. That's going to help you know which ones are going to pay you the most, and you're going to be able to acquire the most along the way. Okay, so as I got my own personal services, I got as many services as I possibly could in my own household. I started getting more and more personal customers, more personal points, and along the way, every single one of us starts off at 3% monthly residual income of our personal customers that we acquire. Okay, but that didn't excite me when I first saw that. What excited me is the fact that we get paid up to 20%. I remember hearing from someone like Mr. Olivares explaining to me that 20% is on the table. So if ACN wants to pay us the most money, wouldn't it make sense that we should go after it? Go after the most that we possibly can earn? So you're going to want to, just march forward and get as many personal customers as you can while you're showing this business to other people. And you see these tiers and quotas or milestones, not quotas, milestones that you hit along the way. That's going to help you graduate to higher and higher residual income. Okay, so 200 personal points is going to help you get up to 20%. Okay, that along the way, the cool thing is you're also unlocking specific areas of your team as you're marching towards that 200 plus personal point milestone. Okay, so you're going to be able to unlock multiple levels or connections in this business as you continue getting more personal customers yourself. Okay, so initially, we're going to get paid up to 5 levels, up to 5 connections. That would be like me, and then I introduce someone like Mr. David Olivares, who then introduces somebody like Miss Estella Williams, who then introduces someone like Miss Christina Martinez, like Mr. Lamar Thomas. It just continues on and on. Those are connections, and that would be your level 1 and your level 2 and your level 3 with each of those connections. Okay, so initially, we're going to get paid up to 5 iterations of business partners, 5 levels of our team. But once you get to a point of regional vice president, like our esteemed leader, Mr. Jonathan Thomas is, the bottom falls out, the treasure chest opens up, and you get paid infinite levels of residual income. Who's excited about the idea of infinite levels of residual income available at regional vice president? That's what's possible, guys. Now, I want you to understand the power of what we're going to talk about tonight, particularly because we're going to talk about how to get customers and how to build a team. But I want you to know how amazing this business can be when you talk to the right kinds of people, or it eventually leads to the right kinds of people. So I'm going to play this quick video and I'll be right back.
Thanks, Harsh. I appreciate you having me on the call. Yeah, I've been in the aerospace industry going on 40 years. We have 130 employees between 2 facilities, one here in Connecticut one in Fort Worth, Texas. And we currently are offering Impact as an option to our standard insurance offering with Cigna. And we have 9 employees that have taken advantage of that so far. Others are very interested. And just with those 9 employees, we're saving $7,000 a month over what it would have cost us with Cigna. Not only that, but this past year, our renewal with Cigna was over $1 million. And we got a quote from Impact. And if all of our employees switched to Impact, that cost would be $360,000. So I don't know if they're all going to switch, but that number looked pretty enticing to me. On top of the things that Craig said about the great service and member-centric approach that Impact has, it's been a great thing. I love introducing this to other business owners because they can take advantage of the savings, they can take advantage of the residuals, and give back more to their employees. Thanks, Hart.
I hope you guys got a chance to hear that, because who here heard that he went from $1 million a year in health insurance, having to pay for all his employees, down to a quote for $360,000 per year? Can we agree that's an excited business owner saving that much money? But you also heard him say he loves the residual income opportunity, right? So I'll be honest with you, a person of his caliber, by nature, I don't know that I would have access to somebody like that. But what happens in this business is, as you're introducing this business to other people, there's somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody that knows somebody like that. And what happens if that $360,000 revenue happens to fall on your team? That's what's possible. You can do the math and figure out, man, what does 4% of that look like for me just by sharing this opportunity with business owners that eventually get bigger and bigger and bigger, right? And that's ultimately what happened for me, ladies and gentlemen, as I was marching along, up to the promotions in this business, sharing the opportunity. I met someone who met someone who met someone who actually was the mayor of a small town outside of Houston, and she was in a deregulated energy area, and she set up all of the local city, like, what do I call it? Like city buildings on Zoom Energy through our business. I didn't know that mayor of that small town, but it just happened to be levels of connections, and that's what happens along the way. So you want to make sure, and as you share this business and you get customers along the way, you're marching towards regional director. This promotion, this position is going to be one that will change your life if you really allow it to. But where does that start? It starts with all of us getting customer qualified. Do you remember how many services we need to get to be customer qualified? Do you remember how many points we need to get to be customer qualified? 5 services, 10 points. When you do that, you get yourself a $200 bonus. You unlock the faucet. You are now able to get paid in this business, okay? You want to do that right away. 24 to 48 hours is what many people here in this business do, because why not? Get paid on it right away. And then you continue going. Let's say someone like Mr. Olivares or Miss Carrie, who's a real estate professional here. These are my real estate partners in the industry. They continue to show homes. They continue to, help people set up services with every closing, with every rental, all those things. You can get as many services as you'd like, even if you're not, whatever industry or background you're in. Every additional 3 services and 6 points will pay you an extra $200 from that point forward. Okay. So it's amazing money that you can earn even as you go after just getting customers yourself. And then along the way, once you and the team of people that we work with together under you, you reach 30 points, you're going to promote to executive team leader. I know we've got some executive team leaders on the line here. Mr. Russin Garavay was able to knock this out within his first month in the business. When he hit that promotion, executive team leader, it gave him a great bonus I'm going to talk about here in a second. But now every time someone comes into Mr. Russin's business and they reach their first promotion, Russin, as an executive team leader, gets paid $50 every time that person reached their first promotion. Let's say 10 people happen to do that in a month in his team. That's 500 extra bucks for Russin. Now, Russin's a very accomplished, he has a great day job and does well for him and his family, but $500 extra is $500 extra. What if that happens in a week, right? So what happens for Russin, like, he promoted in his first month, there's a bonus available to all of us who get started in the month of January, where hitting executive team leader in your first 30 days will pay you a $500 extra bonus. Okay, so that's exciting to be able to put yourself in a position to earn that. Now, the next promotion, regional coordinator. There's a reason why Miss Jessica has a glow, because she is a regional coordinator at this point in time, and her team is continually growing and moving forward. She gave herself, when she promoted to RC, regional coordinator, a 3 times raise. Instead of $50, it's now $150. So let's just say, alongside her day job, 20 people between her and her team happen to join her business in the month of January. At 150 person for everybody that reaches their first promotion, that's $3,000 extra for Jessica. What if that happens in a week? That's some serious money we're talking about at regional coordinator. And then for those of you who are really looking to run and make this year a total different year than any other year of your life, there's an extra bonus for hitting regional coordinator in your first 90 days, just announced. Anybody who gets started in the month of January and they reach regional coordinator in their first 90 days gets paid an extra $1,000 on top of everything else we're talking about here. There's some serious money to be made up front that you're going to be able to earn just by helping people and setting up services along the way, right? So regional director is where everything changes. This is where people like, myself and Mr. David Olivares and others here on the line, Miss Estella, Miss Charlene, regional directors, this is where you give yourself options. You can actually decide, maybe I want to walk away from, a job I no longer want to work at. Maybe I want to, retire a spouse, or, maybe I want to, just, pay off significant debt, travel more, be more flexible, whatever. And here's why. Instead of $150 for every single person that joins and gets their first promotion, which is customer qualified, remember how many services? Remember how many points? Everybody that joins your team and gets customer qualified, it's now $250. So example, 30 people happen to join Charlene's team in a particular month and they all get customer qualified. That's a bonus of up to $7,500. There is a reason why Charlene and I, as brand new parents, have been able to enjoy this time with our newborn children more than most other people would. And it's because of the fact that we not only have a business that pays bonuses like this, but over time, we made it to this position where our residual income is also lucrative and covers a lot of bills for us. And eventually, as you get to regional and senior vice president, it'll change your entire life, where the bonus money becomes cute. But the residual income takes time. The bonus money is what pays you now. So what I want to leave you with is, if you focus on making sure at the very least you're paying yourself a bonus every single week, because that's how often ACN pays bonuses, every single week, then what you're doing is you're building up a treasure chest of residual income on the back end. Right? So if you're getting bonuses, that's how you know you're building your residual income. So I hope that helps you all. Listen, there's amazing money on the table here. Let's all go after it and make it happen together. But in the meantime, I'm going to give it right back, still within the same neighborhood of Texas, to my brother you heard from earlier. He's going to go over how to get customers, and there's nobody better than him to be able to cover this topic. That's Regional Director, Mr. David Olivares. Your call, sir.
I'm jumping out of my seat. I'm like, okay, where can I sign up? Where can I do this again? Especially with that bonus you just mentioned. That's a better bonus than when even I started. I'm like, wow. So anyway, thank you for your leadership, brother. I really, really, really appreciate that. Now we're going to teach you how to get customers. Now that you understand the compensation plan, who wants to feel like when you get done with this training, you can easily go get 20 customers before the week is over? Let me see that chat light up. Let me see. Okay, or hands up. Somebody. Okay, great, perfect, excellent. So let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Don't go away, because then after we're going to teach you how to build an army of customer getters, right? We're going to make you the greatest customer getter ever seen. You're going to get awards for this. You're going to rock and roll, right? Let's start making money today. Now, once again, you want to get this in your mind. The more points you have on the board, the more money that you are going to make. So as this screen loads, once again, take a picture of it. If you didn't take a picture of it earlier, and you want to make sure that you are calculating what you are working on that month. Track your business. Big pro tip right there, right? Now, while we offer a buffet of services with more coming, but you have to be in March with us to be able to see what the other services are going to be, all right? There's 6 top lucrative services, right? Most simple lucrative services. They're circled in red, right? Our identity theft protection service, our electricity service, our smart security service, our impact service, which is our highest paying residual service, right? Our cell phone services, and of course, our travel exclusive savings membership, right? Every other service you see on here, from my point of view, for example, like the internet, those are upsells, right? So we'll talk about what that is, at some point later on an advanced customer training. How do you get your customers? You want to be the biggest fan of your business, circled in red, right? You want to get paid fast as soon as you that month starts. What services can acquire? If you don't have that service yet, get it, right? And people are going to ask you, hey, do you use a service? If you say, yes, I use a service, that's confidence, right? Now, some people are going to say, not right now to your business, right? So the first 2 ways when you're working your business is you and people say no to your business because they can still use your service, right? Don't get all feelings on it, right? Don't overthink of it. We have a special magic words that we're going to talk about to help you get a lot of customers. When that's called the favor, why, help, support approach. I love this. Even to this day, 7+ years later, I still use this approach. Those who follow me on Facebook, that's what I preach. Think like a business owner. Do you think a business owner thinks, oh, how much is this table from a restaurant going to cost me? No, he thinks, how much is this table going to make me? You have to shift that mindset, right? We're going to have a mindset training by one of our regional vice presidents, top producing in a little bit. You'll hear a little bit on that. Creates belief in your service. You're going to get paid faster, right? 5 services, 10 points, get paid fast. You're going to learn the sign-up process. Last thing you want to do is, oh, I don't know how to do this, right? When you could have signed up for a service yourself, right? There's a website you can go over some technical stuff, you get paid up to 20%, and you go from selling to sharing. If you don't have the service, if you're not able to, obviously, there's in cases, but if you're able to get the service, get it, because then you're going to go from selling to sharing. You're sharing your experience, right? Moving on next, for those who like free things, 5 cell phone accounts, and you get a free line for every 5 cell phone accounts. 5 IDCO accounts or identity theft protection, and your IDCO account is free. Energy accounts. Who has free electricity? First of all, let's light up that chat or light up those hands, right? Free electricity, I've been getting this since June 26th. Well, actually, the latter part of June, because it took me a few months to knock it out, right? 12 electricities, 12 gas, you get up to free electricity for the rest of your month. You could your life as long as you maintain 12. Now, moving on next. This is a special bonus for electricity going away this month. There's only a few weeks left. Pretty much, it's an extra $200, right? For every 6 energy accounts. As an example, I'm not going to go too much into it because every state is different, right? Some are only gas, some are only electricity, some are both. For those happen to be in those states like Ohio, you're so lucky. You get the math, right? I'm not going to go too much into this, but don't let these energy accounts go away. Big bucks, ladies and gentlemen, right? Impact health sharing. Open enrollment for traditional health insurance, which what they call ACA, just ended today. But you know what? You're still in business. You can acquire these 365 days a year. Somebody says, oh, I missed open enrollment. You know what? I got you, right? And you don't need a health insurance license to be able to sign up impacts. Those who want to become a master at it, every Tuesday at the times you see, we got Regional Vice President, Mr. Melissa Street, doing a Q&A for you guys, right? You must be accredited. You need to do this every 12 months. Make sure that you know when you started, because you're going to get an email from Impact after once you're closer to that 12 months, to click that link. It's a security sensitive link. That way you can retake it, the same questions. When you start, it's an open book. You can't miss it. Now, how do you get Impact customers? You have to open your mouth. If your mouth is not open, your business is closed. It's just the way it is. I'm sorry, right? You can't be the CIA and expect to make money, right? At least in this business, right? You got to say something. Are you open to getting a free quote in your healthcare? Everybody say it with me. Are you open to getting a free quote on your healthcare? Easy peasy. They're going to say yes or no. It's a 50% opportunity, right? If they say no, thank them very much. Maybe go for another service, right? If they say yes, you're going to go to your website. You're going to give them a quote based on the oldest family member in the household and how many in there. If they like it, they feel they understand the product, they can sign right up on the spot. If you feel that they're asking you too many questions, you're like, I don't want to go into it, put their information on your website. They're going to get a call back within, at the most, 72 business hours from an Impact consultant and go over the question. But still, your responsibility to follow up with them, make sure they had that consultation to make this signed up. Don't let them fall through the cracks, right? Now, please let them know Impact is not health insurance. It's an alternative to the high cost of health insurance. Very important. We don't want to get in trouble here, all right? Now, savings with Impact. This customer had a bill over $36,000. Impact knocked down almost $28,000. To me, that's savings, right? They brought down the bill. It was paid by the members. This bill went from down almost 37,000 was down about $1,000. Moving on next, our special magic words. Everybody say it with me. Favor, why, help, support. Easy peasy. These are the magic words. All right. We're going to mix it up a little bit tonight. And these are magic words. Screenshot them. We simplified it for you guys. And Miss Carrie, all the way from the Dallas area, is going to help me with a role play. Can we unmute Miss Carrie so she can help us out?
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Alicia. By the way, she's also in real estate. You can see a little trend here. Okay, here we go. All right, that's why we have a lot of customers. Little wink, wink. Anyway, okay. Hey, ring, ring, ring. Hey, Miss Carrie, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on?
Doing fantastic. Hey, I know you're busy, or you're a busy woman. I need to ask you if you could do me a huge personal favor, my friend.
I don't know. What's going on?
Awesome. Well, you know what? I'm very passionate about a program that has recently started working that offers essential services that everybody uses. And I called you because I knew I could count on you. You could help me out. Now, the reason I'm doing this, Miss Carrie, is because I'm so tired of real estate. I like it, but some of my commissions have been falling through the cracks. You know how it is.
Right.
So I'm very close to hitting a close goal in a promotion doing this, and I need a few more customers by midnight tonight. Could you do me a huge favor? Maybe consider support me and try one of my services. It's going to mean the world to me.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Send me the website. Let me see what you got.
Awesome. Real quick question. Can I get you a quote in your healthcare?
Um, uh, how long is it going to take?
It'll take me 10 seconds. And if you
Oh,
like what you hear, we can continue talking. If not, you know what? We can talk about it on the service.
I can handle 10 seconds.
Awesome. Thank you, Miss Carrie. Let's give her a huge round of applause. Now, did you notice how it was super simple? I made it my own. We did not sound like robots, right? And at the end of the day, you want to role play, practice this, record yourself on your own phone, talk to a family member, one of your team members, make this so it's so natural where you don't even have to read it. All right. Now, to wrap it up, you want to learn start being your own customer. To get more customers, start with mastering at least 2 to 3 services and master the favor, why, help approach. Trust me, even almost 8 years later, I'm still using this approach, right? And there's a little video that you can get from whoever you're working with that goes into the the words that work that we just used. Next, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to teach you how to build an army of customer getters, and going all the way to Michigan, Texas. A good friend of mine, top producer, business lady, all heart. She's really, really good at what she does. And let's give her a huge round of applause, Mrs. Estella Williams.
Well, awesome. Well, I think I'm not Mrs. Stella Williams. I'm not as
Oh,
good
we have,
looking.
okay, we've got top producing, regional vice president, Mr. JT Thomas. What an honor. All the way from Houston, Texas. This man is all heart, leaders. The digital stage is all yours, sir.
Awesome. No, thank you, brother. Thank you for all you do. And I was like, let me step in here. Mrs. Stella Williams had some internet issues. Aren't you glad that we get paid on internet? Because we couldn't even get on this Zoom if it wasn't for internet or electricity. And guys, first of all, I hope everybody is safe and doing okay. And, you know, I know there's a snowstorm and in other places, and in Houston here in Texas, we got the freeze and all this stuff is happening. But again, I'm on fire because of what we're talking about on the Zoom, just listening to David, listening to Mr. Marshall, you know, Miss Jessica opening up the call. So I'm super excited, guys. I'm excited for what we're going to talk about today. But I'm going to go ahead and step in, and I'm going to close out the training with the last two topics. So stay with us, because we're going to actually talk about how to move your business forward right afterwards. So getting into building a team. All right. Now, when I first started, guys, I come from a background of insurance. I did insurance for quite some time. And in insurance, we were used to this. Now, I know people in real estate, you heard from Miss Carrie, you heard from, you know, Mr. David, and they're used to this because they're like, wait a minute, my broker, or being a broker, right? You tend to have agents, and you get a percentage of all of those agents. You get overrides and you get leverage, because one person can't go out and sell thousands of homes by themselves. Well, they could if you're David Olivares or Miss Carrie, because they're awesome. But for us normal folks, right, we can't do that. So having a team, building a team, guys, where people in ACN, you can have stores everywhere. You can have stores in Miami. You can have stores in New York. You can have stores in Hawaii with Miss Khan down there, right? Just talk to Miss Khan. She's in Hawaii. Right? You can have stores in Dallas with Miss Carrie. You can have stores everywhere. That's the point of building a team. And I'm excited just to talk about building a team, guys. This is an exciting topic. So let's talk about building a team. The first thing you want to do is you want to book a Zoom meeting. Write that down. Book a Zoom meeting in the next 24 to 48 hours. Go ahead and pick the time, guys. Pick the date, because you don't want to call everybody. Can you imagine calling everybody on this call? And you're inviting everybody, and you're calling up David, and David is like, you know, hey, David, when are you free? And David's like, well, I'm free on Friday. And you're like, okay, that's cool. I'll do one Friday. And then you call Miss Jessica, and you're like, Miss Jessica, when are you free? And she's like, well, I'm free next Saturday. And now you got to jump to next Saturday, right? So guys, here's what I would tell you. Just keep it simple. Set a Zoom meeting tonight. Set a time, set a date, get that Zoom link, and invite people, okay? Now, the second thing I want you to do is please make a list. Make sure you write this down. This is important stuff. You want to make a list. That's 100 names and numbers, guys. And do not prejudge. I mean, don't prejudge all the way around. I remember I had a gentleman, you know, he would prejudge everybody. He prejudged the friend that was super successful. He's like, man, this guy owns several businesses, JT. He wouldn't be interested. And I said, nah, you may want to put him down. He's who we want to talk to. So then we talked to him. Turns out this gentleman owns 75 Subways. He says, wait a minute. You mean to tell me I can get paid on my own Subway energy accounts? Guys, he gets involved, and here we go. So don't prejudge. Then don't prejudge the person who you may think doesn't have the money. Maybe they're struggling right now. You know what? Maybe those people are right now. Maybe that's some of you on this call, but maybe they're praying for something. So don't prejudge them. So guys, have your A-list, business owners, real estate. You heard from them earlier, insurance, medical professionals, network marketing, people who sold things before, direct sales. people who are $100,000 earners. These are people that, you know, they treat the company that they work for like it's their own. They're there to help the company. Talk to those people. And then, of course, everyone else. And then you want to invite, guys, invite, because 50% of people will not show up, especially when it's freeze outside. But anyway, let's talk about this script. All right. Now, this is what we call the words that work. Notice it says in red at the top, it says phone calls are better. It doesn't say text messages. It says phone calls. So make the phone calls, and please write out this script, guys, and make sure you practice it. Now, I'm going to do this really quickly. I'm going to do a quick role play. And let's pick on Miss Carrie again. Miss Carrie, can I pick on you again? Sorry, you getting it. You're going to get it today. That's all right.
I know you were.
Awesome. So I'm calling Miss Carrie. Me and Carrie are friends. We're dear friends. And I'm going to call her because I want to share this opportunity with her. Okay. So ring, ring.
Hello?
Hey, Miss Carrie, what's up? How you doing, girl?
Hey, JT, what's going on? How you been?
Oh man, you know what? I'm trying to stay warm. It's crazy out here. You know, it's all cold and freezing and sleeting. I don't understand it, but hey, you know, we'll be okay, right? How you doing?
Doing good. Struggling with these interest rates for real estate. So, but
Oh my
it all work
gosh.
out.
Oh my gosh, man. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But hey, listen, I didn't call you. I wish I could talk to you longer, but I gotta go because I gotta run. Have a meeting. But listen, I only got a minute. Do you look at other ways of making money? I know this is a random question, but do you look at other ways?
Yeah, of course.
That's why I called you, Gary. So listen, here's what happened to me. You know, business started to slow down, Carrie. So, you know, I started looking at other ways of making money. And here's what happened. I ran into an individual. Her name is Rachel, and Rachel is amazing, right? She's seeing massive success, Carrie, and she's doing an online business that has to do with global essential services, which I'm super excited about. All right. Now, I wanted to call you, Carrie, because I trust you. If I share with you the link, can you jump on and evaluate it with me, what she's doing?
I don't know. Is it one of those pyramid things?
That, you know what, Carrie, that's a great question. First of all, I would never do anything like that, right? Because you know me. Yeah,
You're right.
you know me.
I didn't make sense. Yeah.
No, that's a great question, though. The good news is I don't know all of the answers, Carrie. I don't. But here's what I do know, based on Rachel's success, and she'll be sharing everything with us. Now, guess what, Carrie? The good news is it's only 15 to 20 minutes, and it may or may not be for you, right? Or me. But just trust me on this. Can I send you the link so we can evaluate what she's doing together?
JT, for you, anything. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I can spare 15, 20 minutes if it was an hour. Yeah. Send me the link.
Awesome. You just made my day, Carrie. So thank you so much. I'm going to send you that link. Jump on early. Have your camera on. I'm super excited. Let's give Miss Carrie a round of applause, guys, for that incredible role play. So, guys, that's as simple as it is. Just read it. Take the pictures. Take this picture of this. You definitely want to learn this. And I promise you, just stick to this and write it out. Now, the words that don't work, ACN, $2.99, $25 a month. We do T-Mobile, we have Verizon, we got AT&T. I mean, we got credit card processing. Guys, stay away from that, because now you're not talking about the presenter. You are now the presenter. You are the one who's the expert. So do not do this, because now they're going to ask you all of the questions. And guess what? They won't need to get on the Zoom anymore. So make sure you use the words that work and not the words that don't work. All right. Now, here's a quick checklist. Guys, go ahead and take a picture of this. This is going to show you, again, you want to send a message to all of your individuals that you invited, letting them know that, hey, get on, it's in 15 minutes, you know, just reminding them. And you want to send a confirmation list to your leader that you're working with, so they can call your guests and make them feel important. You know, they're VIP guests for you, right? And then you want to have a professional background when you log on. And you want to have the lights on. You want to test your microphone. You want to welcome the guests when you come on. Don't be quiet and silent. Just, you know, if you see your friend on, hey, Carrie, hey, David, you know, hey, Miss Joy, right? You want to make sure you addressed all of your people and just say, hey, how you doing? You know, don't have an awkward silence. Write that down. And you want to make sure you pay attention to the presenter. Don't have your camera off. Can you imagine having your camera off during the meeting? Oh my goodness. Can you imagine me doing a training and I'm looking like this? Would you guys take me seriously? No. So guys, have your camera on, all right? Pay attention to the speaker. It's only 15 to 20 minutes. Save that time, budget that time. Today, let's schedule your Zoom meeting absolutely today. Make sure when we end the call and we get into breakout rooms, set a plan, set a Zoom meeting, get that link together and start inviting. I'm excited for you guys. Let's talk about mindset. Now, the mindset is important. And this is the most important part as we end. You know, you want to make a decision tonight. You know, what is that decision? Well, you want to make the decision to win. You want to make the decision to do what you need to do to win. And that's, you made the first decision tonight. So give yourselves a round of applause for jumping on the meeting tonight. You made the first decision. All right. Some people couldn't make it. I don't know. The freeze, I don't know. People couldn't make it. Anyway, the second thing you want to do is determine your why. You want to know why you're doing it. And this is the most important thing. Please write this down tonight. What is your why? Is it to retire your spouse? Is it that your parents are still working and they need help? Maybe you want to spend more time with your children. You know, maybe you want to send them off to a good school. Maybe you want more time to travel with your significant other, your family. Whatever that why is, make sure you write it down because that's what's going to make you move. All right. You want to be coachable. You want to have a great work ethic and have commitment. Number 5 is important. Yes, it never quit. But number 5 is important. You want to learn to sort. And to illustrate this, there's red apples, there's green apples, and then there's rotten apples. Okay. Now, to illustrate learning to sort, just understand your red apples are like Carrie. She's excited, you know, she has a great personality, right? The green apples, you know, are not like anybody on this call. I got y'all. Y'all thought I was going to call somebody out. No, that's nobody on this call because you guys are all red apples. But let me tell you about the green apples. Green apples are people that have questions. You know, they're like, what about this? What about that? You know, nothing wrong with that. And then, of course, there's the rotten apples. Again, love them from afar, but spend 0 time with these people. Understand that you want to spend most of your time talking to and working with red apples. All right. Now, there's the emotional roller coaster for everybody. And again, the emotional roller coaster is very simple. When you get started, there's things that are up and down in business. And there's things that are up and down in life. But in life, we can all agree that if you're in the hospital and in the hospital, there's not this, right? There's this. It's not a good sign. Can we all agree on that? Right? So you want to make sure that there's even flows in everything. So make sure you ride this roller coaster, guys, because it's going to be an exciting one. And just know when you join, that's like me. When I first enrolled, I remember talking to my best friend. And my best friend, I did it wrong. I invited him wrong. I didn't listen to the training. I just told him everything he shouldn't have known. And guess what? He said it's not for him. And there I am, I'm sad again. And then I talked to somebody like Miss Jessica, right? She's exciting. She's full of energy. And then when I talk to her, guess what? I'm excited again. And then next thing you know, you ask somebody to be your customer, but you didn't use the right approach. You approached people with sales and you said, man, I'm going to save you all this money. And then people didn't become your customer. And then you realize, oops, I didn't use the words that worked that they taught me. So guys, just understand that this is normal. Keep the bar down, focus on your why. That's super, super important. Now, please pay attention to this. This is the 4-step system as we be prepared to close the call. But please pay attention to this. This is very important. This is the system to see success. This is the system that works. the first thing you want to do is attend your quick start trainings. Don't miss a training, guys. They're Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, 1 hour, and you get to game plan. You gotta do that. The second thing is to get qualified. You want to get those 5 services. You want to make sure you get 10 points. You want to make sure you make $200. Do that right away. And you want to host a Zoom meeting for yourself. We just talked about that. Make sure you do that. And then you want to attend Friday night leadership class when you're customer qualified. That, I promise you, you will see how we have been number one for 15 years. And guys, we are the number one team. You will see that at the Friday night leadership. And then you want to attend your local events. Guys, we just had an amazing event. By show of hands, who was at those events? I know some people that were there, right? So we had some live events this weekend. It was a New Year kickoff. You want to attend those live events because it's something about rubbing shoulders, shaking hands, and talking to everyone. But can I illustrate something for you guys? Can y'all give me permission tonight to illustrate something? Let me tell you what typically happens. What typically happens is when we don't follow the system, I want you to pay attention to this. We stop attending trainings. Now, is that the system? No. And then you'll have someone that says, you know what? I don't need to host Zoom meetings anymore. Ooh, I'm not talking to somebody. None of you, because you're all red apples. You wouldn't do this. And then you'll say, well, I'm busy on Friday nights. I don't need to attend the same leadership class anymore. Ooh, you are already 3 steps out of the system for success. And oh my goodness, you decide you don't want to do live meetings. You decide that you already got the information. You're good. Now you are out of the system. And I want everybody to, I want to see everybody right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you get out of the system. And then you wonder why you don't see success. Because you're not following the system. So I hope this helps you guys tonight. Because if you follow the system, I promise you, you will see success. But if you don't, just know, just like McDonald's has a system, just like Chick-fil-A has an amazing system, we can all agree, it won't work without following the system. So guys, follow the system. I promise you, you will see success. And as we get to the live events, I'm going to skip past this. Make sure you register for this live event. Dallas is an incredible, incredible event. This is the national convention. You want to make sure you register right away for this event. Guys, all of the leaders will be there. This will be the first national event of the year in Dallas. Some of you, that's just a drive. And some of you, of course, it's a flight. But just get with your team, get together. And if you need help, let's work together to get you there. But don't just say, well, I don't need that to see success. Don't just say that. Let's work together to get this done. Is that fair, everybody? Remember, your why is important. And I want all of you to know that I'm here on board with you guys for your why. But are you on board with your why? Are you willing to sacrifice for your why? So that's our time tonight, guys. We're going to jump into some breakout rooms. I hope you got a lot out of the training tonight. And I'm very excited for 2024. I'm excited for what you guys are going to do. Let's accomplish our goals. Let's focus on our why. So let's jump into some breakout rooms. Everybody, have a great night. Let's set the game plan tonight, guys. Have a good night, everybody. Hello.